Melissa Crook here from the Embracing Layers Network. It's July 1st, and I want to officially welcome you to the summer of feel. And you're like, well, what makes this summer so special? Let me tell you what makes this summer so special. We are heading into our 5-year anniversary month where the birth happened of this network. On July 14th, we're having a celebration live show. It's going to come from our YouTube page honoring the 5 years since the Feel podcast launched. That's where the Embracing Layers Network started. Today, July 1st, is also the 1-year anniversary of our Embracing a Feel Fueled Life online course. So we're celebrating a lot of things this month, and we're going to have some promotions to help us celebrate that and help us as we move forward and continue this work. But I wanted to get on live today and share this in person, virtually, as much as I could, because this is something I've been thinking about for a long time. I wanted it to be connected. I want it to feel invitational. I want to be able to cast a vision for you of what I see and where I see us going and how that's going to be possible. And a lot of that has to do with what I'm going to be sharing and what we're going to be promoting over the next 6 to 8 weeks. So this month, like I said, marks 5 years since the launch of the Embracing Layers Network and the Feel podcast. And like I said, also, it also marks 1 year since I launched the Embracing a Feel Fueled Life online course series. And these anniversaries have taken me back to the beginning. I've been going back and looking at early podcast episodes as I determined our top episodes from each season. I've been reaching out to past guests and inviting them in to conversations that we'll be having on our anniversary episode, as well as to be some early bird supporters of some of these promotions we have on as we invite everybody into this celebration and this community and where I see us and hope to see us going. But honestly, what it really comes down to and what is amazing to me is when I started this work 5 years ago, I had one goal. I really did. I just wanted to start conversations that would get women talking about the things that were inhibiting us from living our most authentic, most connected, most in touch, present, well life. Because I had hit my own wall. I had my own health wake up call. And I was like, I'm not the only one doing this. We got to start talking about these things that we've been told not to talk about because it's impeding our ability to live out what I call feel, finding empowerment, embracing layers. So I wanted to start these conversations about emotional wellness, about boundaries, about self-worth, about all the things so many people, so many women that I knew were experiencing, but we weren't talking about because we've been told it wasn't appropriate or there wasn't space for this here. We don't have time for that. We got to take care of this, all these things. But I knew from my own experience, when I actually stopped to slow down and pay attention to what was going on with me, I started learning and realizing what I needed to live the way I'd always wanted to live. I just didn't know how to get there. There wasn't a course set out for me. And so I realized maybe if I can get other women talking about this too, they will sit down and think about it. They will start other honest conversations with other women, and we'll start coming home to ourselves and living from a place of our values, our expectations, see the value in us, priorities in ourselves, and stop believing the misguided notion that that's selfish. So somewhere along the way, as I got in these conversations and started recording more episodes and met more women across the world, I started realizing I didn't want women to just listen to conversations. I wanted them to live differently because of them. I wanted women to stop abandoning themselves to keep everyone else comfortable, to strengthen their self-trust, to believe those nudges they were feeling inside, that they were there for them, to guide them. They weren't to be ignored. They weren't leading them astray. They were in tune to what they needed. No one knows our bodies and our insights and our experiences more than we do. I wanted them to be able to set boundaries without guilt and know that patience and empathy and compassion with yourself as you're shifting takes time when you're unlearning. So doing this with love for yourselves and patience for yourselves and having some really practical steps and questions to ask yourself to help you along the way. And that you weren't doing it alone. You could come to this community and have support, and we can do it together. And so I want women to be able to feel free and safe to do that, to make choices that actually align with who they are. And so that's what Living Out Feel has become. Finding empowerment, embracing layers. That's what it's always meant to me. That's what I want it to mean to women across the world. And that's when I realized there was so much more possible here than conversations. And so over time, I started unfolding and releasing more resources to invite you back to yourself, to give you practical compasses and guideposts and framework to live by and help you stay true to who you were made to be. So getting back to these milestones, as we celebrate these milestones, I want to invite you into this in whatever way feels honoring to you, feels right for you. So there's really 3 different ways to be part of what we're building during this 6 to 8 week period where we're really embracing the summer of feel. The first invitation is to simply join our community right here on Substack. If you've been listening to the podcast, watching Together We Feel panels, reading our blogs and newsletters, participating in our book clubs, or simply quietly following along, I'd love to invite you to become a paid subscriber right here on Substack. For just $5 a month or $50 a year, you'll receive exclusive blogs, newsletters, book clubs, live conversations, so much good archived content. Everything after 3 months on here goes to the archives. There is so much gold in there to support you. And most importantly, you'll be helping make this work possible. These platforms and these places and spaces and people that help me do this, it's not free. And so this is a very simple, practical way that you can support yourself, you can support other women, you can support this work. And so I'm really excited about this. We've kind of set an audacious goal here. We're celebrating 5 years of Feel by inviting 500 women to become paid subscribers. Right now, we have 109 subscribers. And we have 193, I believe it is, followers. Of those subscribers right now, because we just really started this, we've already got 9 paid subscribers. I want to get to 500. So what that does, why 500? Why did I pick that? Well, it aligns well with 5 years. It also, that 500 gives me what I need to operate for a year. To cover the platforms and cover the costs and continue providing content. I also am really excited about the magic that can happen when 500 women come together in a community. And there will be additional special things that will be offered to paid subscribers at the end of this campaign that aren't already, there's already amazing things there. We're going to even have more community events for paid subscribers to come in for conversations, share content, bounce ideas off each other, participate in our own curated book clubs and activities that we want to do. So think of our panel conversations that you see right now, and then imagine that with women in a community that's designed for them and who they are and where they come from. So that is why I'm so excited about the possibilities with this. It's just a chance to continue to build on creating safe spaces for us to come together and land and support each other. The second invitation is for those who are ready to go even a little deeper. So this month also celebrates 1 year of the Embracing a Feel Fueled Life online course series. There's 3 options there, and we'll get to that in a minute. Each of those options is 50% off through August 31st, starting today. Our calendar cleanse. Use cleanse 50, all caps, cleanse 50. And you get that $47 calendar cleanse for 50% off that price. For our essentials online course, the whole thing, the whole Feel framework that you get to do on your own or with a group of women. Invite a group of women into this. It's a great way to do it. Divide the cost amongst yourselves. But you get that $297 offering, 50% off of that. You've got the course for life, forever. to share with others. 50% off of that when you use all caps essentials 50 to get that. And then finally, our VIP upgrade that's available for $400, 50% off of that. That includes an hour with me to come in and answer your questions as you're going through the online course. You get that for 50% off with all caps VIP 50 code. This is good through August 31st. The online course is such a great way. You can invite other women into it, divide the cost amongst yourselves. You have it for life to go back to. It is such a great way. You can do it on your own too. If this is something you want to do on your own, great. Do that on your own. Absolutely. But it's a great community gathering opportunity as well to really dive deep together. So if you want to do that, if you want to buy that, let me see if I can share my screen here. I'm still figuring out how all this live works. I think I can share my screen. Yes, I can. Oh, good. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to walk you through. So right now, as I share my screen, okay, you go to embracinglayers.com. And then you go to the courses page, online courses in the menu at the top, or just /course. Once you're there, you're going to hit purchase options. That is going to take you to your purchase options. Then you're going to hit shop. And let's decide, it's like a group of you are like, yeah, let's go in together and get the VIP upgrade. I think that's a great way to go. You're going to hit buy now. You're going to go to, down here below. Let me see if it's going to let me do this. You're going to go to discount code. You're going to put in VIP50. You're going to apply it. And there you go. 50% off right there. You're going to hit buy now, and that's going to get sent to you electronically along with a PDF of the workbook. Now, what I recommend if you're doing this with friends is maybe you buy the course or you split it up price-wise. There's a $9.99 workbook that you can get back here on our website if you don't want to print off the PDF, because the workbook's kind of long. It's close to 90 pages. That you can get for $9.99, and it's such a great companion. That's the word I'm looking for. So that's on our, let me see if I can find it here. Companion workbook. So if you just go here to companion workbook, you can purchase that off of Amazon. But that's just another add-on I wanted to share, especially if you're doing it as a group. If you're just doing it yourself, you get the PDF of that. You can print that off, or you can do it virtually as well. But if you're doing it in a group and you don't want to print out all those PDFs, it might be cheaper for you to spend the $9.99 each to buy the workbook than it will be to go to FedEx and print off the entire PDF, or the paper you'll have to buy to print it off at home. So something else to think about there. So that is the first thing. That is the next thing I wanted to talk to you about. So you've got become a paid Substack member for $5 a month or $50 a year. My friend Tina Mystery, love her so much. She became a founding Substack subscriber for $150 a year. So huge shout out to her for taking that next step, that extra step. She's been a guest. She's been on our panels. She believes in our work. Super grateful to her for that. All right. So we're going to stop share. All right. Thank you for bearing with me there. So yeah, that I wanted to walk you through so you can see how it worked, how the code works. It's effective today. That's how you utilize that. Again, a great way. What a fun thing to do this summer with your girlfriends is really dive in and really support each other. Think of it like a virtual book club kind of thing. All right. So now that you have you've become a paid Substack subscriber, you've bought that online course, or either or, whichever feels meeting you where you are today. That's what I was looking for. Finally, if you're not ready for either of those, please keep showing up. Please keep listening to the podcast. Watch the panels. Share an episode with a friend. Leave a review. Start having conversations in your own circles of what it looks like to live out feel, what it looks like to come home to yourself, what it looks like to know and name the activities that nourish you and make those a regular part of your day, what it looks like to describe yourself by your character traits, who you are, rather than by what you do, and knowing that and having your foundation come from there. What it looks like to start identifying, how do I want to feel the next 6 months? And is my life and my calendar and schedule a reflection of that? Or is it time to move to that? Do I need more support in that? I can support you. I also offer free 30-minute empowerment sessions. Go to embracinglayers.com to that contact form. Let's talk about what you need to enable you and empower you to live out this feel-fueled life. But to close this today, when I think about these last 5 years, I'm so incredibly grateful for every guest, for every listener, for every woman who's trusted me with her story, every conversation that's reminded her and reminded me and reminded us that we're not alone. This has never just been about a podcast or a course or a newsletter or a panel show or a book. It's always been and always will be about creating a place where women remember something that perhaps they've forgotten, that you are worthy because of who you are, that you are valuable, not based on your titles or roles or responsibilities, but because you exist, because you bring something no one else in the world brings to this world and offers to this world, and that you get to choose. You get to choose to live your feel-filled life. You get to choose that. And you have the right to choose that, and you are worthy of choosing that. Wherever you are in your journey, I'd love for you to celebrate this season with us, whether it's becoming one of our first 500 paid subscribers. We're calling it the first 500, and we're going to celebrate that in a special way at the end of the summer. Whether it's enrolling in the online course, taking advantage of that 50% off, whether it's that free empowerment session with me, whether it's continuing to listen and share and participate via our panels and our conversations, commenting on our socials, becoming a free subscriber on our Substack. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Here's to 5 years of Feel. I've got my coffee cup. We're going to toast that with my coffee cup this morning. And here's to 1 year of transformation through our Feel Fueled online courses and a summer of choosing ourselves, because you are valuable, you are worthy, and you get to choose. I'll see you soon.